Welcome to Countryside Knitting. My name is Merete and I come to you from Norway. Janne, a friend of mine, and we run this together, and we will today show you what we have finished and what we have on our needles during this summer. After some weeks where we have met different places but without making episodes, this is more like an ordinary episode. And I have made some things, Janne has made a lot. I fell in the stairs in May and I had a cast on my hand, but now this is much better. The cast is taken away and I'm practicing with a little bit stiff fingers, but I have knit a lot. And I want to show you, and I think I go straight into it. We have a knit along with the pattern Aggregate shawl that is a design by Jimiknits. It's also to be bought on Ravelry as a single pattern. I have it in the book. And I have already made one, and this is my second. It's a very funny striped shawl. It is not very deep, but very long. Very nice shape. This yarn is Drops Merino Fine and Malabrigo some kind. Look in my Ravelry. We have a knit along with threads on Ravelry and a Facebook group that you can join, that you will find links to in the notes below the video. And the KAL runs all the way until we go into 2021. So this is my second. I finished another shawl, and we have another knit along that is the patterns by Sofia Kammerborn. That will last until the start of October. We are 4 Norwegian podcasts who do this together. And this shawl is shimning shawl. I made it in lamb's wool, one burgundy that is the same throughout the whole shawl, and then different yarn from my stash, hand dyed by others and by me, and then a lace at the end. And I really like this. It's very light but still big enough to be warm. Lamb's wool is fantastic. I have made several shawls like this, and you can also find them on Ravelry. Lysning is shimning is one of many designs that she has, and in the KAL you can knit everything from her patterns. I also finished a top for summer. It's called Castelle. It's a free pattern from Filcolana. It's knit in double thin, a blend of cotton and linen, and a little bit more. I think it's a little bit heavy. I am not very fond of wearing them. I really like it. I like if you look at the colors, it's very nice. I missed the word, but it's very nice. I think it's pretty. It suits me. I think it's a little bit heavy. The yarn is Linnea from Sevek. It's beautiful. I prefer cardigans. That's just the way it is. I also finished a shawl that is in a knit along that we have with the patterns of Kari Hestnes and Tove Fevang. They are 2 Norwegian designers who have had their careers are really long, so they are some of our best. This is in alpaca from Skappel, and then fairy tale alpaca. All the other colors are fairy tale from Du Store alpaca. This is a pattern called, it's in Norwegian, it's from, the pattern is inspired from woven textiles or blankets. So, and it is from this book, Knit Traveling to Inner Peace. A very nice book from Kari Hestnes. And the KAL runs all the way throughout this year. I really like this. I've used it now in the summer. I have another one. I should have shown it together with the other shimning. I forgot. This is also Sophia Kammerborn shimning. I have shown it to you quite many times, and now it is finished. And the yarn is hand dyed. Some of it is hand dyed from Nina Petrina, Blue-Faced Leicester, and the grey is and the white is Arvetta Classic. That is very soft. I can wear it next to skin without any troubles. I've also made a couple of socks and Kia's Wood. I guess you know her. She has a podcast in Swedish and English. She has a free socks 2020. I was really going on well in May, and then I fell in the stairs and I couldn't finish my socks, so they got finished now. And this is one of the, and this is the other, exactly the same, and that is Brookline socks. And I will link to it below. The yarn that I have used is, I have it somewhere in my lap actually. I used Frøya, that's Norwegian sock yarn from Viking. I am not a passionate sock knitter, but I really like this. It's a very nice, the structure here is easy to make. And very funny that it's a kind of a knot. So these are finished, a little bit late, but that's okay. I have some ongoing projects. I have a lot of ongoing projects. Some of them are new and some of them are old. I think I'll start with Sophia Kammerborn again. I really like her. I like her podcast and I like her patterns. She has a sock pattern called Lucky Me, and I really like bright colors, so I chose Sisu, the apple green, and then Fabel, that's drops yarn for the pattern. It's almost like Irish socks, isn't it? The shamrock and the green color. So these are my English, Irish socks. I like this color. So these it's very quick to knit. And then I just have to start on my pile. I am making for my cousin in Skien the well-known dotted race. And I make it in some yarn I had in my stash that is alpaca mix. A very nice burgundy blue color. It's alpaca. I only started, so it's almost nothing to see yet. This is what I have done. This is nothing I really have to hurry with. I take my time. And my nice egg is from Bernie and Poppet. I bought it from her. She's British. I wanted to make something from Tove Fevang that is also a part of a knit-along together with Kari Hesnes. This is a book in Norwegian, how to knit to children in kindergarten. I have 4 kids. They are not in kindergarten anymore, but I wanted to knit something in small sizes. So I have started to make some socks that are just made round with no heel. This is what they look like. 2 knit and 2 purl, and then after 5 rounds you kind of move it to the left, and well, bad explanation, very easy to make. The yarn that I use is again very much drops today, Charisma, looking very Christmassy. I like to think about Christmas when it's far away. No rush, no stress. I also have a very funny shawl that I started right before I fell and I had to take a break. And that is it's very difficult to say. I have the wrong pattern in this bag. Unevenly Even, I think, by Janne. She's Swedish. It's a very funny shawl. garter stitch, some eyelets. Very easy and very funny, and now the fun starts really. The yarn I have is hand-dyed from a Norwegian hand dyer called KAL Aggregate. Nice colors, and I love green, as you can see. This is merino. I'm afraid it's a bit rushed now, but that's because my family is out, or those who are in are quiet. I have to just hurry because suddenly there's a lot going on. Exactly this moment. Somebody was in the door, okay? But you don't need to feel my awkwardness when I sit here. Sunshine on the Path, that is knittography. Patricia, I have knit quite some of her shawl patterns. And this, it is not the latest, but this is my latest. It is made in Rauma PT2, which is no longer in production. It's the same as Finul almost. So I made a garter stitch, and then when I came to the knit three together, I had to stop and wait for my hand to be better. Now I have finished my first rows. I really like the way the expression these shawls have, and I also like the stories that she has connected to this. Knittography. Look up her on YouTube. I have more shawls because I wanted to make another Shetland trader. I made it in double lamb's wool. That was a little bit thick, so now I have taken from my stash. I got lots of lamb's wool like this, and this is a very dark burgundy color, and I wanted to see how it would look in the Gudrun Johnson's Shetland trader, and this is only the beginning. Just because I want to check out the yarn, and the shawls in that pattern, they are wonderful. And when I was traveling, I was somewhere with almost only people who couldn't have alpaca in the room because they are allergic. So I needed to start a new project, and then I hurried on cast on Havlandssjal. That is a Norwegian hettestrikk is the name of the designer, and I have used some exciting yarn from Janne. She has made like not a sock blanket, but not a sock. Oh, what is the name? Sokkefrak. I'm sorry. Then, but the yarn is dyed from Janne. I will tell you more about it later on. First of all, garter, then some lace, very easy lace, and now I'm doing some waves. This is meant to be reflecting on the coastline with the stones and the waves. Very nice, but very thin. I think this is 420 meters per 100 grams. And I have two more alpaca projects. The one that I have almost finished, this is a Skappel design. Skappel was very popular some years ago. It's still popular maybe, but not so much. I don't hear about her so much now. This is going to be a cardigan, and I made it many times for myself, for my mother, and for other people. I knit it flat, actually. That's not something I do very often. This is the back. This is a single yarn. It's everything is alpaca. The other color are, I have hold two together, alpaca, brushed alpaca, and just ordinary thin alpaca. Very nice colors, I think. And I have the sleeves finished, and I have even started to work on one of the front panels. I'm always in the middle of something when I'm going to show it to you. And I wanted to make a similar cardigan for my sister-in-law, and she picked out these colors. This is the first sleeve. And here I use thin alpaca wool blend together with iris, that is alpaca polyester blend held together, and then the single thread is Alpaca Magic from Dale. Very nice colors together, I think. So, and I have another thing that I have finished, but I cannot show you because it is on its way, or it has actually arrived Bergen. That's a hverdagsjakka, would be everyday cardigan by Pinneguri. I knit it for my daughter, and I will have some photos of it. Yeah, Pinneguri, that's the needle lady. Another thing that I have made, that I have actually finished and started a new one, is this. This is the Little Frog cardigan by Tiril Ilebekk. There will be a photo of it because I finished one together with my mom. She doesn't... she cannot knit like she used to, so we kind of cooperated. I did the difficult parts and she did the easy parts, and now she has her cardigan finished, but she lives very far away, so I don't have it here. But then I think this is the raspberry color from Kammarose. Danish yarn is ecologic summer wool. That's a cotton and wool blend, and I love the color and I love the wool or the yarn so much that I had to make another one for myself exactly the same. So I love the garter stitch, and this is supposed to be some frogs. I don't know if you can see it or not, and it's knit because of the garter stitch. I knit it I don't knit in a round that I usually do. I have started on the first sleeve, so this is going to be rather easy, maybe quick knit, I don't know. It was fantastic to wear, so I really look forward to use it. There was one thing I wanted to say, and when you see the photo of the hverdagsjakke, everyday cardigan for my daughter, it is a very nice yarn that is hand dyed by Fjord Fibers. She lives in Bergen in Norway, and she's from South Africa, I think. And she has, that's originally a sock yarn, 80% wool and 20% acrylic. But I used it for the hverdagsjakke, and I used the Ice Flow and another color, blue. But I have some more yarn from her, and I think her colors are amazing, and the yarn is very soft. If soft is what you like, I can really recommend. I have knit a shawl, the Doodler by Stephen West, in her yarn, and I also have some autumn colors, like, isn't this the Turning Leaves and Spiced Pumpkin. This can be something for the autumn. Her yarn is fantastic. I recommend it. Fjord Fibers. She also has some, this is Bluefaced Leicester. She has some other bases as well. I have started some other projects. They are lying around. I have shown you most of it. And you will see more as we go. Because now I can knit almost everything with my hand, and I have given myself the permission to cast on a lot of things, and I'm starting my job again on Monday. I will go to work, and I will not have the time to think so much about what to do, what to knit, so then it's very nice to have a lot of projects lying there, just to take them, grab them, and knit. I think that was it from me. I always forget something, so what have I forgotten today? Now it's the time for you to go to Janne. She has rearranged her, what to call it, her creative room, and you will see more about that later, I guess, but she also has a lot of things going on. So now I will send you to Janne, and I hope you like the episode. And I would really love if you put a comment in the comments boxes below and read our notes. I write a lot of notes and I put the links so you can see what we're talking about. So if we are a little bit we forget things or it's a little bit too fast, you can go to our Ravelry. So, and please join our knit-alongs. That will be very fun. There are mostly Norwegian, I think, people who join us in those, but please join. That will be very funny. Have I forgotten a knit-along now? I don't think so. Lysning from Skander is finished, and the winner was a Norwegian. That's why I don't talk about it so much here. So I did it in the Norwegian episode. But then, now it's time for Janne.
Hello and welcome back to my place. I have been redecorated my room, so it's not the usual the thing I have in my back on the sofa. My sofa is gone, and I have a new chair. And I have a long summer with knitting. I've been traveling to my child and to my grandchildren. I have 4 grandchildren, and I have all of them together with me in 4 days. That was hard. So it's good to see them, but it's great when they leave. So I have knitted a lot, and I dyed sock flake. No, not sock flake, sock blanket, I think it's called. And I have knitted yes, 2 of them. I have my sock blanket, the ones the first here. I have dyed, and I have knitted socks from them. And this is I have 2 threads together when I knit them in my machine, and then I knit them together with magic loop, and they are almost like. So I am happy. I like this. And the second one I have knitted. This is from Fabel from Drops. This is also Fabel from Drops. And this is the last one. And I love this. I love sock blanket. It's fun. It's fun to dye, and it's fun to knit. So I'm happy with this. I have dyed a shawl blanket in also 2 threads. It's a big one, and I try to knit them the same time. So that's a project. I don't know if it's been successfully. Well, maybe I like it, but I will see. I have not knitted a lot to them, but I have my daughter is opened a store on internet, and she will sell yarn and lots of other things, and some of my patterns. So I have knitted I have created a pattern to her in this. It's a washing cloth. So I'm knitting and testing the pattern. You have to test some. So it's been 4 wash clothes. So that's And I have started on a new pattern. And I was closed this. And when I knit this, I see it's like an eggs. So you may have get a surprise when you are knitting. And I knit a pair of pot holder in an old Norwegian pattern. It's lying down there. I just be back. Here they are in an old Norwegian pot. I don't know what this is called in English, but it's you knit a fore and back, and you crochet it around. So if you see, I think you have this in English too, but this has been knitting for a long time in Norway. They are thick and I love them. So have I knitted a shawl from my hand-dyed that's Kidsy lace. I have been dyed by myself. Starts here, and here, and this is the mitten of it, and here you have the rest. It's a long, and it's a shape I love. It's a Norwegian girl who has made this, and it's called harlequin shawl or harlequin shawl. I love that yarn, and it was a bit too. I have leftover, and I knit this. This is the same as I dyed, but it's fable with it, so it's thicker. And I think I have the rest of it here. Oh, where did I do? I have more of it. Maybe it's on downstairs. I have something on the second floor, and I have something in the living room. So I think it's not here. And I have knitted a jacket. I'm knitting a jacket because Merete is been a shock when I see this together. But she likes the jacket. She said she likes the jacket. Here it is. It's Bella jacket from a Danish designer. Her name is Lene Holme Samsø, and I think she has something in English. I think he has Dahlia jacket in English. You find it on Ravelry if it is. So I have knitted a bit on the jacket, and I started on the arms. So not so, and I have it in my bag, and the bag is started to be small. It's small, so I have to change to a bigger bag. But I don't have a big like this in bigger, so I can have a jacket in. I have other bags, but I think I will make a bigger bag like this. And I have been knitted to my daughter's store. I have been knitted KAL, I think it's called. And this I have to take my glasses off because it's, and I should try it so you can see what it is. And I have knitted this, and I love them. So I have made the pattern. It's in Norwegian, it's not in English, I think it's stay there. I'm not good in English. So I knitted once. When I wrote, when I write down the pattern, I make a new one, and I make a new one to check the pattern. So I knitted 3, and I have once more on the needle. So, and one of my friends have knitted it, and she said, yes, that's a pattern. Just do it. Oh, so, oh, that was good. It's summer. Yes, it's light and summer. And I have been knitting some socks to my grandchild. This is size 31 to 33, and this is hand-dyed yarn. I have it here. It's dyed it in a cake. I caked the yarn up, and I dyed it like this. So this was the start sock, and this was number 2. My grandchild, they love these socks. They I don't like. So you can knit 3, and if you one decide the washing machine eat it, you have still 2. So maybe I do have a fun with them and knit 3 socks. Maybe. And I have knitted from 33 to 35. And they are the same. I have the yarn here. This is Sockifine from Adlibris. It's a great yarn. And this is the socks. So you see, it don't like. So, but they love it. My grandchild loves these socks. So I have made a pattern of this, and that's also in the adult. This is the same that I show you. Same pattern, but this is in 38. So I will work down to 29 and up to 42. So that's a pattern, and my daughter is getting it in the store. So I have yes, it's been great summer in a small knitted, because my jacket I am knitting on the days it's raining. And this morning I crochet on a blanket, because it's too hot to crochet a blanket in the summer. So, and I have doing more mittens. I start on it once on a new design. So I come here and I wrap down, because I wasn't fond of this in this side. So I wrap down and draw it once more, and I have knitted up again. So I will finish this. This is for a special thing. So I am preparing lots of things from the to the Easter. So I will make this finish and the pattern finish. And I have a grandchild. She wants more clothes to one of her dolls, because she have a dolls on her aunt. And I say I can make clothes. So she gets a shawl, a cowl to her dolls. So So she will get some clothes. She almost have a dress, and that's not enough. I think she have to have more. But this is a little other doll than she have at home. So I think it's great to make so close to this doll. That was all, I think. Yes, I think that was all. So from me today. So I'll be back later, and Merete have something too, and place it into together. Bye bye.